Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler. We got my buddy Mike here, as always, slaving away in the corner. And in today's video, we plan on fixing the GTO, but this morning it was ice cold out when Mike took his 67 for a ride. So he put the idea in my head of, oh, well, since it's a nice day, let's put a heater in the garage. So that's what we're doing right now. We basically just disconnected the gas. Well, he disconnected the gas line. That goes into my fireplace inside. Chimney. And it's over down yonder by my air compressor stuff, bottom yellow cabinet. So he's putting a T in here, and basically we're going to have this area ready and set up for a heater that I'm potentially buying today. But on the plans for today is to fix the power steering leak that is so horrible. I haven't been able to drive the GTO. She's been sitting for about 2 weeks now, and that is 2 weeks too long. So let's get something done, whether it's that or that. This guy. Alright guys, that's not my preferred to do a cold start and barely let it run, but with how bad this thing leaks, I really didn't want to let it keep running and then have leaves all under the car and whatnot. So let's go assess the damage, I guess, and see what we're going to do about this problem. Also, for some reason, there's a bone in my cup holder. I didn't put that there. I don't know. Okay, let's do something, I guess. Well, it might have been a little hard to see from the time lapses. It's just a tight area under the car. But these are the good set of lines from the black rack. Thankfully, they came off nicely. Shout out to Mike and his super nice, I think they're Nipix, something like that, pliers. So those things are great. But we got these lines off in one piece. They look good. So I blew them out with brake clean, letting those dry up a bit. And then I'll show you guys under here what we're looking like. And here we have the old set of lines. Just throw them right into the bucket. And up here, zoom in, you guys can see that's the two ports where they were bent. They were still dripping fluid. And then over here on the other side of the rack is the other two ports where they connect. Thankfully, all of these actually came off really nicely. Again, shout out to Mike. And I don't know where he went. Shout out to Mike and his pliers. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, hold on. Let's find Mike. There's Mike. There he is. Thanks, Mike.
Fuck you.
Okay, so back to scheduled programming. We're going to let this drain a little bit, and I need to basically start draining the rest of the system as well at some point to put actual Dextron 3 ATF in here, which is the correct fluid. If you guys remember from the other video, I talked about this leak. I didn't pick this lifestyle. This lifestyle chose me. All right, so if you guys remember, Me. I'm feeling the Yingling. All right, if you guys remember from one of my last videos where I talked about the leak on the car and why the car was down for whatever, I had mentioned that I put the wrong fluid in the power steering system when I got the car back on the road. So I actually just put clear power steering fluid into it, but the cap and everything online basically says the GTOs use Dextron 3 ATF. So I have a full gallon of that, 5 quarts of that, and we're going to hope that we can flush out this system for the most part and get a lot of Dextron 3 in there. It might also help the power steering pump not scream.
Who's taller now, bitch?
Look at that nice jack. You like that? Oh. Look at that. Look at that. Balance like a ballerina. So we're going to hope we can get the system drained, but we got to throw these new lines on. Well, new to me, used lines. So we'll clean those up a little bit more, throw them on, and then worry about flushing the system out.
You see?
They're glowing because it's such an... Oh, okay. Well, they're not...
Lost the bet. Lost the bet. Lost the bet. Lost bet. Staying there forever.
All right, so Mike wanted to bet $1,000. I don't have $1,000 to bet, so he just took the only dollar out of my wallet, out of my awesome Can you flip it over, please? My awesome GTO wallet that Mike got me. That thing is beautiful.
You're welcome.
Look at that.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So basically, I lost the bet, if you will, because I was scared this was still going to leak. Well, people, it doesn't leak. We put the key in the ignition. That's
Let me show him. Let me show him.
It's over there.
Come here. Closer. I don't think this is right.
What?
Right? Like turn the wheel, right? Wheels unlocked?
Yeah, that's not...
Still turn the wheel, right?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't tell the internet this because that means that they can steal my car.
Doesn't matter. Successfully paired.
Yeah, that's with the ignition on, basically. Yeah,
Watch. That's how it's supposed to be. Locked.
Yeah, all right. So
Show my dollar. Show my dollar. TJR lost bet. Punk ass bitch.
So, this is a bet that I'm happy I lost. But basically, when we did that, I had Mike do that inside the car, and then I climbed under with a flashlight, and we do not have any leaks pissing out. Well, since this is here now, what we're going to do is we are going to actually pop off this hose clamp right here. That's one of the power steering lines to the cooler, the lovely rigged cooler up here. And we're going to pop that off, put a pan under it, and basically crank the wheel back and forth as we fill the system with ATF and try to let it bleed out any of the clear stuff and hope it's just red. Where'd that even go? Oh. Yeah, so let's get it. All right, guys, might have been hard to see in that time lapse, but we have the system bled. We pushed out as much of the clear power steering fluid as we could. So now, I almost died. Now that we have all the clear fluid out of the system, I'm going to air quote that because we don't really know. Put everything back together. Nothing on the rack is leaking, thankfully. And we filled the system up with Dextron 3 red ATF. So if you shine through there, you can see that's red. Yep. So now what we're going to do is we are at the cold minimum fill. And we did, with the car off the ground, we filled it with fluid, did a lot of cranking on the wheel. I also popped the belt off and I spun the power steering pump by hand a bunch. So I don't know if that helped. Hopefully it did. What we're gonna do though is fire the car up, look for leaks, and see if the fluid gets sucked in immediately. If it does, then we're gonna obviously have to throw fluid right in. What we're hoping for is that this doesn't scream and piss a line or pop something. So yeah, pray for me, pray for me. Battery's dead. Yeah. At my famous Mexico spot, in Mexico of course, and hood won't pop, so we got to go back home and try to get the hood open to make sure everything still looks good. Yeah, this thing's kind of quick. That feels good. That feels nice. Well, she's back, so that's good. I'm a happy boy.
Only this thing was fast enough to be my 6.7 GTO.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Fuck! Take a trade. Oh, look, I ain't sober.
So on a lovely rainy Sunday, what better lazy thing to do than do another GTO thing? Now, we got the power steering leak figured out. The car is running and driving great. Had it out, last night and then this morning to go get some coffee. And one thing I really just can't stand looking at is this red rim. So what I should have done in the first place when I threw this on, and again, for those who don't know, I got some red rims with some tires on them for a good deal, but this red is just atrocious. It's powder coated red, and it's just bad. So we're gonna pop this wheel off and do something to it to make it at least match or look better than the wheels that are also on it. Anything's gonna be better than the red, so let's get it. All right, folks, well, that wheel looks a lot better than it did in red. Obviously, it's a little darker than something like this. I painted this one black, and then I sprayed the, gray plasti dip shit on it. So it actually looks like it is the same, like, gray plasti dip, but that was basically a black base coat, and then you think of the stock wheel as a silver base coat. So, yeah, and that's rubber. It doesn't matter. It's not this red anymore. So we're good. And I painted the backside, the barrel, so it's not red at all. That's good. Another thing I wanted to discuss too, just did another wellness check. Oil's good, all the other fluids are good. Power steering looks good. It's still topped off with the red ATF, so I like that. Still no leaks under the car from that, so that's a beautiful thing. And then, like I said last night, the hood actually got stuck shut. And what I just did was down here. So this is your cable. This is your release cable right inside the car. When you go to pull your hood latch, this is the cable that does it. So I unbolted this screw and I pulled more tension on the cable, tightened that back up. So now this is sturdier than it was. This was kind of loose before, honestly. And another thing I did too is I took this piece off here. Don't know what you want to call this, like the striker maybe? I don't know. And I actually spaced this down a notch. I also turned out this rubber a notch, and now I'll show you guys how nicely it shuts and closes. Well, shuts and opens. That's the right word for that one. All right, so before, to close this hood, you had to basically pull the prop out and drop it pretty hard to get the thing to close, and it was really sucked in. And actually, you can see on my core support here, some yellow paint is rubbed on it from the hood just from it being so tight. and I never cared to fix it just because. And it kind of sucks. Once I got this car done, I'm sure you guys might be able to tell, I kind of just want to keep it on the road. So there's a lot of things that are kind of not good on it, if that makes sense. But I do want to address a lot of things at some point in time. But all the little stuff adds up. So anyways, so now to shut it, I can just do this. Shuts nicely. It's closed. It's a little recessed to this fender still. Again, this fender might not even be mounted perfectly right. So that's that. And over here, about the same, a little bit better. I don't know. Really, this hood needs to be adjusted up higher in the back too, but that's another day. So now, when I go to open it, like I said before, I adjusted that latch cable. So now when I go to pull on this, it feels like a normal hood latch, and it pops up. You know, you feel tension about halfway up the pull, and then maybe 3/4 of the way up, it actually pops. Beforehand, you would pull it all the way, and it'd feel kind of loose, and right at the top, you'd be able to get it to pop. So it was always kind of sketchy. Like I said, now opens and closes nicely, so hopefully this hood won't get stuck closed again. So that's that. Another thing I did too, I'll show you guys. Gave the interior a quick wipe down and vacuum and whatnot, and took a bunch of random shit that I had sitting in here out of here. So the GTO, I would say, is good for now. She's tidied up, and you know, going to be back to daily driving it until I keep breaking more stuff on it. But at least now the wheels are all semi-matching gray, and she looks good, she runs good, she sounds good. She's not pissing fluid. Still has some sort of oil leak. Again, that might just be a bad oil pan gasket, but overall, I'm very, very happy with her. All right, guys, well, I think that's where we're going to be wrapping up today's video. I intended on bringing the GTO in the garage to film this outro, but a bunch of shit had to get moved because I think, Wi-Fi person was here today and moved the router in the house and had moved. I got to clean up more stuff, as I always do. But anyways, this is where we're going to wrap up today's video. I'm super stoked that we got the GTO back up on the road. I've been daily driving it for the past couple days. It's been awesome, and it's so great to have her back. But obviously, every couple days, I still got to take the Merc out because, you know, got to spin the block in the 5-speed Merc. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's cold out. I'm in my pajamas because I already showered and I'm all clean, and I need to film this, get dinner, and then edit this video so that you lovely, beautiful people can watch this, hopefully. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I figure I'll give you guys the update. There's obviously not a heater back there. I don't know if you can even see back there where I have you, but the guy I was supposed to buy the heater from stood me up. So I'm gonna have to go heater shopping, but shout out to my boy Mike. We have the goat back on the road, and we have gas line plumbed into the garage for heat. So very soon we will have a heater out here. I will be able to continue making decent content. I hope this is decent. You know, content working on the cars and whatnot in the winter. And you know, I'm excited to be able to take care of, you know, the bumper on the GTO, the fog light restoration. I'll probably have to customize them too, because why not? The headlight fixing and restoration and making them custom, because not many people cut up GTO headlights apparently. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. So anyways, I'm rambling and I need to go. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you're subbed, make sure you drop a like, and drop some comments down below. How was your week? How you doing? It's been a week. It's always been a long week when I don't talk to you guys. Like I said, that's it. We're done. I'm out of here. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing next week, but we'll do something fun, I hope. So, stay tuned. Catch you guys in the next one. Thank you again.